Well, here we are. It's November 22nd, 1963, and you seem to have seats on the grassy knoll. Okay, that's a joke for the older people. Okay. There's a story that I enjoy telling, and those of you who've known me for any length of time know I enjoy telling stories, and I've never let the truth get in the way of a good one. But this one is true. I had my first, Kathy and I had our first calls in New York. And after the first 2 weeks of school, my principal came in with an envelope. And it was my first teaching paycheck. And it was kind of a big deal. I had been preparing for 5 years of college for teaching. Most people do it in 4, but I tried. You know, I went on the 6-year program before it became fashionable. So my principal came in, handed me this envelope, and I said, "Oh, thanks a lot." Stuck it in my pocket. And one of the children in my classroom, I was teaching 3rd and 4th grade at the time. One of the children looks at me with all the earnestness that an 8-year-old can handle and said, "Do you have a job?" It was hard for him to believe that what I did, I actually called a job. And quite honestly, looking back over the last 40 years, it's very hard to imagine that that was a job. I have enjoyed my career so much. I have laughed so much with so many people. I thank you all so much. I have some rebuttals. I wish to thank you all for coming to this event. Beth was kind of surprised. She asked me, "How many people not from Emmanuel do you think are going to be here?" And she said, "As many as 50? I said, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure." And she just looked at me like I had grown another head and said, "No, Beth, I have friends." I'd like to thank Beth DeVault and her many helpers who brought this all about, making it an evening I will always remember. Thank you, Beth. Yes. Working with Beth has been one of the really nice things about being at Emmanuel. She's an amazing woman and is primarily responsible for our school's growth over the past 3 years. I would love to take credit for that, but I honestly can't. Through the scholarship fund that she has started, that scholarship fund raised over $20,000 this year to allow 5 children to go to school here. So thank you again. I'd like to thank my family, who surprised me by their willingness to be here. Frankly, you surprised everyone. And sisters and daughters, do not answer questions from children. Because I've told them stories. I'd also like to thank Pastor Judd, and I'm sorry I have to do this in absentia. I wanted to make sure that this wasn't too funny, so I let Pastor write it for me. But seriously, I'd like to thank Pastor Judd for being the kind of man we want our pastors to be. He is a giver, he's a doer. I don't know a man who's more dedicated to the Lord and his redemptive work than Pastor. It has been a distinct privilege and a pleasure to work with that man. He can't be here tonight because he's in the middle of a retreat somewhere in godforsaken Indiana, at a camp, of all things, with the children that I teach. So I can't thank him enough. He's been an amazing partner for me. And thank you to all the teachers with whom I've worked, but thanks mostly to the fine staff teachers that we have here at Emmanuel. You are the best group I have ever worked with. I have been very blessed to have wonderful teachers around me. Makes my job look very easy. To the parents who are here, and even those who aren't, I'd really like to thank you for entrusting me with your precious children. Thank you for sharing their lives with me. And you members of Emmanuel, I'd like to thank you for teaching me what it is to be a church, where jobs are not taken by those wishing to force their agenda on others, but jobs are taken by those wishing to do their share. What a concept. I've been amazed at the lack of oppositional voters meetings, council meetings, and other meetings I've attended. Now I understand there was a time when that wasn't so, but it's true now. And I think we can thank Pastor Judd for that. Next year, I'll be working at St. Mark's Lutheran School, teaching 7th and 8th grade. I'll be teaching them about their Savior and their Savior's love for them. Others will be here teaching children the same things. And now finally, to the people who it has been my great privilege to come and know, my students. My students past, my students present. I hope I helped you learn that learning can be fun. I hope you never forget how important learning is. But moreover, I hope I taught you about Jesus Christ and his love for you. And I do believe if you've learned that, you have not learned anything more valuable. So thank you so much.